So the famous and the fortunate, and on the other side, the frustrated and the frightened. What does he think has gone wrong? And
Hi, Gemma. Sorry. So we should explain who we're talking to?
I was just about to introduce him.
Oh, OK.
What does he think?
You forgot. Go on.
You carry on.
No, go on.
You carry on.
Hi, Gemma.
Hello. Talking about the fearful, I'm sitting here going, how is this going to end?
Exactly right. Gemma, it's lovely to see you, by the way. And what does he think is his responsibility when it comes to the economy?
Well, what we're seeing is a greater inequality. And we saw this with the Brexit vote. You've got North versus South, you've got old versus young. And it's to do with the fact that it's getting harder and harder for people to grow their money in order to better their lives.
Because interest rates have been so low.
Interest rates are low, wages aren't growing. So you need money to make money. So you've got the wealthy getting wealthier and everybody else left behind. So there is this growing inequality. Housing, how are people able to get their first home, for example? It's just a situation that's very, very tough.
But if you do have a home and you have a mortgage, the low interest rates obviously are helpful. I mean, I've had a mortgage when you're paying 15% at one stage in the last 25 years. So it's all relative, isn't it? I mean, how is the economy in this country really doing, do you think?
Well, the difficulty, the situation you're talking about are people that already have the property.
Right.
So they're already in a fortunate position. Whereas what we're talking about here are people that are looking to get onto the property ladder, looking to kind of get on to actually starting to improve their lives. And it's really getting harder for them to grow their money.
There is an argument, of course, that people voted the way they did in the Brexit vote for precisely this reason, that they feel left behind and they want more direct control that will positively affect their finances. We've already seen the warnings that house prices are actually going to go down, which could be a really good thing.
Well, we also need to see a greater supply of more affordable housing. I think that's also the most important focus. But what we're seeing in terms of this inequality is the fact that, people aren't able to grow their salaries. People aren't able to, even if they're saving a bit of money, unless you're able to invest it, it's not really growing at all. And at the same time, the cost of living is continuing to rise. And when he's talking about globalisation, just to put it into kind of more simple terms, we're talking about, importing costs going up and things like that. So it's getting tougher life is becoming less affordable for the majority.
What about this, which I think is the more scary headline that's come out of this speech?
Delia's classic...
yeah, Delia's classic puddings. Bank chief, robots to steal 15 million of your jobs. I mean, apocalyptic headline, but I mean, isn't there a reality check that as we go forward, robots are going to be playing an ever bigger part in our lives and they will be taking jobs which at the moment humans do?
It's interesting that this is obviously playing on people's fear. Technology and robotics or whatever are also going to create a lot of jobs, because what lots of start-up and young companies are doing is they're using technology to open up access to investment services to everybody, so that everyone can, with a little bit of money, be able to grow their money. So for the likes of Uber, it's helping people, get taxis more easily. These are all technology companies to improve people's lives, and they're creating jobs, because the lifeblood of the UK economy are small and medium-sized businesses that are going to hire people.
Talking of creation of jobs...
Well, I was going to say, the reason I mentioned famous and fortunate in my introduction to you was because you're about to become very famous and presumably quite fortunate. You're going to be an advisor to Arnold Schwarzenegger on the next series of the new Celebrity Apprentice, so congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, really exciting.
How the hell did that happen?
I know, especially because it's the celebrity version, and who am I? So, there you go.
You were somebody who didn't need any introduction today.
Oh, there you go.
That's the truth.
Yeah. But remind me, I'd like some advice, because how was it that you
do you know anybody who won the Celebrity Apprentice?
I don't know.
Maybe chosen by a man who's now... well, the President of the United States.
Gosh,
there we are. That's got winner written all over it, that picture, isn't it?